back to Track and Travel with Rick, and today I'm in a 2026 Ram 1500 with a 3.0 Hurricane engine, and we're going to do its first oil change. Okay, as we can see, we've got about 463 miles on it. Yeah, the oil life's 96%. It's brand new, but I'm going to change oil. I like to change oil on the initial break-in at, say, 500 miles. We're close enough. And something else about this engine is kind of interesting. It's got no oil pressure. That's the way these all are. It's kind of frustrating. It's just a different way of thinking. It's a variable pump. It cruises down the interstate speeds at 22 pounds. It's just the way it is. We're going to put the factory recommended weight 0.20 back in it, because even on cold startup, when the oil's cold, very thick, it will still only have 22 pounds. So it will just dial down to meet the pressure. So let's just do what the factory asked for and put the correct stuff in. And we got a good Wix filter, and we'll get this oil changed. Okay, I've got a Wix filter. There's your part number, and I'm using the Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic. I wanted the Ultra Platinum. Parts store didn't have it. But the important thing, and you can see there's a minor difference on extreme performance, that type of thing. But what we're looking for in your oil is the MS6395 spec. It's the additive package. The important thing, the reason I'm changing it early is because if there's an off chance that there's any debris left in the engine when it was built, not likely, but just in case, and also any break-in debris, take care of that, get that out early. I typically go about 5,000 miles on an oil change because I have a long commute. Depending on how you tow, if you tow heavy and you get the temperatures over 235, you're going to want to change oil more often because you're eating up your additive package. Other than that, keep your oil clean, and I think this engine should last a long time. So some other fun nonsense on these vehicles. I tried to pull forward after I popped my hood because I wasn't all the way in the shop, and it slammed on the auto park brake, even though I have the auto park brake disabled from the main menu to never operate. So yeah, they fight you the whole way on these things, but I get it. You don't want to go down the interstate with your hood unlatched, but just trying to inch forward. So this is the Hurricane. Oil goes in there. There is no dipstick. I believe this car is going to want to fight me to maintain it, but I will. So because the hood was popped open when I jumped out, it threw the parking brake on anyways. So it's not going to let you. So tough part is, how do I get this on the lift when you can't open the doors? I've got to be able to roll it forward. I'm thinking putting the transfer case in neutral, and then I should be able to push it. I guess we'll find out when I get it on the lift. But that's not for today. We'll just do this from the ground. Okay, I'm looking under the truck, right behind the passenger tires where I'm poking through. And you can see the oil filter's right there, and that plug is your drain plug. So I'll get the pan in one spot, and I'll catch them both. Okay, so it's 13 millimeter. And another fun fact, the door jamb says this was built in October of 25. It's still the original oil. So even though there's only not even 500 miles on it, we still need to get the oil out of here. So I'm going to put the camera down, I'm going to break that loose, and I'm going to catch a sample in the jar. Let's see if I can do that. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. It doesn't want to just spin out. Hope it doesn't hit the sway bar. We'll see. I got brake clean, we'll just clean it up. Okay, there's that. All right. So I got the oil coming out. We'll need to watch the rest of that. I opened the cap on the top so it'll flow faster. Otherwise it'll just glug. That lets the air in. And we'll get the filter ready. Okay, you're gonna want to pre-fill. And then, of course, get some oil all around the gasket so it'll come loose later. So I'll do a little better job at that. See what I'm saying? And I'll go ahead and pre-fill it the rest of the way. Can't find my tripod and I don't have any help, so it's the best we'll do. So yes, we're gonna go ahead and pre-fill the filter. I don't have the proper wrench to fit this particular canister. I'll have to pick one up, but this universal one, pretty inexpensive to get them anywhere on Amazon or something. This one by Holt. It does a good job of gripping, and this one's straight up and down, and we'll see if we can get this thing out of there. Try to do this one-handed. Oh, this isn't too bad at all. Well, that punctured right through. I've never had that happen. I'm sure what kind of weak sauce this thing's built out of. Very interesting. It's the Mopar filter. Paper thin, very paper thin. Not cheap, you can engineer something. This thing's on here. I've never had one puncture like that. And I'm going to go ahead and I wanted to cut this thing open, check the pleats. Holy smokes. Okay, so very important, take the filter off, make sure the gasket comes off with it. You double that up, it will blow out. Quick Google search. You don't have to believe me, just check. The steel can on the Wix is much thicker. It didn't say how much, but I've never had this problem on a Wix. And that poked through like an eggshell. No strength. It's about a 35 micron filter. This one's about a 21 micron filter. Usually to go a longer distance, the micron will be bigger. It won't filter as well, but it won't clog as quick. I don't run my filters that long, 5,000 max. Shouldn't be a problem. So I've been using Wix for decades, and I'll just continue doing so. I was considering switching to the Mopar filter because I've heard a lot of good things. Everybody's saying to use them. I did not realize they were paper thin like that. So I don't think I'll be continuing to use those. Okay, spin the filter on. Make sure it's not cross-threaded. And it goes on hand tight. So if you got oil on your hands, wipe your hands off, wipe the can off, hand tight. As tight as I can get it. Good enough. Got the plug tightened. Now let's put some oil in it. Okay, this engine takes 7.5 quarts, and like I said, there's no dipstick, so you might want to measure and get it right. They made it really easy here. You see this? Got some help with the camera. My wife's helping out. The filter, that's about the easiest one. I don't have to balance it. So now if I just don't overshoot. This will be 5 quarts, and I'll have to measure between the two, and we'll get another 2.5. So yeah, this is gradiated on the side, and it does say 2.5, so we'll go ahead and fill it 2.5 quarts. Then I know I have 7.5 in the system. And that's 7.5 quarts. So this is the filter wrench I was using, and I just barely grabbed it. Punctured right through there. Just, if you can see that, punctured that, made a big mess. Again, I checked. These cans are built lighter than the Wix. And this is the oil with less than 500 miles on it. I don't know. To me, that's not what motor oil is supposed to look like. Ew. Yeah, ew. So I know some people are going a full 10,000 on their first oil change. I wouldn't. I didn't. Yeah, that's pretty bad. It's pretty gross. Can't tell if there's particles in there or what. So I'm going to put a lid on it and don't know what I'll do with it. But got fresh oil in there now, and we should be good. I'll probably go to the 5,000 mark. Yeah, so 4,500 miles on this oil change, and we'll see. So, like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. If you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, coming up in the near future. Taking this Duster to 6 Summer, taking this Challenger right here, also to 6 Summer. It had a dead battery. I thought I was going to drive it today. That didn't happen. So our main channel is Dre Racing. Main channel is Dre Racing. Check it out. See more Duster action. We got a lot of things going on with that build. Gonna do most of the Ram stuff on my channel, and Challenger stuff will be split between the two. And really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.